Okay, I have an issue. I need Melissa DeLaCruz to problem solve for me, and that is pocket lifting. I hate this. I hate it so bad.
It's a common question asked, pocket lifting. Like, what causes it and how do you fix it?
How do you get rid of it? So Melissa's gonna show us how right now.
Hi, so today I'm going to show you pocket lifting. A lot of you have asked, how do you fix a pocket lift? I'll show you exactly what a pocket lift is. I made one here on the training hand and I'll show you exactly how you take care of it from start to finish. So let's get started. Okay, if you look really close right here, you could kind of see a little discoloration. I built it in clear really quick so that way you could really see the lift. Usually if it's built in a pink or like a peach or a cover color, you'll see a lighter spot in it. So the color will be real sparse or like full coverage everywhere and really sparse, kind of light wherever it's lifting, if that makes sense. So as you could see right here, you could see the pocket lifting. What causes pocket lifting? Well, there's a couple things. It could be a ski slope nail. It's when nails kind of grow up and have that divot in it. A lot of times that will get one eventually because that's just how their nails grow. Another thing is people who key or use their fingernails a lot, constantly tapping them on their own or saying like data entry or something like that. I notice my clients, if they're gonna get one, they're usually clients that do a job like that. So let's show you how to fix it. One other thing, if it's a tip, a lot of time tips get pocket holes because glue doesn't hold on as good as protein bond and product on top of there. So this is how you would fix it. You'll push back the cuticles. And as you can see, she grew out about a couple weeks. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go in and take care of the pocket hole first. The reason being is I could see clearly where it's at. If I go in and etch, it kind of clouds it. And when I prep it, it kind of clouds it and you can't really see exactly where it starts and ends. So what I'm gonna do is kind of get it first, then go in and prep and kind of finish everything there. So let's get started. It's on 12,000 RPMs. What I'm going to do is use my safety bit and I am going to file kind of around where it's lifting. Now I'm going to do a circular motion, not staying in the same spot until I hit almost the bottom of it. And I'll stop real quick so you can see where I'm at. See how you could still see that lift in there? That's the discoloration I'm talking about right here. Once I get to the bottom of it, as you can see right here, it kind of chipped out. Don't go over that spot again because that's her natural nail. So what I'm gonna do is I'll slow my roll and go a little slower for you. I'm gonna kind of thin it out a little bit back here. Let me go a little slower with my little circular motion. See how that's starting to flake out? So I'll just go to the other spots that need to come out. See how it's starting to come out? Go around it. As you can see, I'm just not going for it. I'm kind of hitting it in a circular motion and going around it. Okay, now sometimes at this point, it could pop out right here. So let's see. Well, it doesn't want to pop out and I'm not going to force it. That's fine. Sometimes it'll just pop right out. It needs a little more filing. So what I'm going to do is just file around it. There we go. Now it's going to come out pretty easy. Now this is where you really need to see. Let me kind of do it sideways so you can see really good from this camera. So you can see her natural nail, or in this case, the plastic, right? I'm not touching it anymore. I'm coming in on the side. You can see that little flake off. Okay, so now as you can see that discoloration's out. What I'm gonna do from here is change my drill bit. So now I'm gonna put it on 5,000 RPMs and prep all around her cuticle and go around the spot that I just took out the lifting out of, the pocket lifting. As you could see right here, it's product built up here. So it's totally fine. I left it because it's still good. So what I'm going to do is prep around the cuticle area and remove the rest of the shine off the rest of the nail. Okay, I have not prepped where the pocket lifting is. So now what I'm going to do is just do a little prepping motion. Looks like I got it all out. Alrighty. So from here, what I'm going to do is dust off her nail and come in with swipe, bringing it towards me so it takes everything out. So now what I'm going to do is take my protein bond, and I'm going to protein bond her entire nail. Go through a second time on just the exposed part. So the exposed part's your growth and where you took out your pocket lifting. Let's take our speed clear. Okay, what I'm going to do is kind of do a little bit of a reverse here, set it up here where I need to fill it in. See how I'm anchoring her finger down. Okay. Kind of blend it in now. See how it just kind of dropped into that little negative space where you had your lifting, your pocket hole lifting. Okay, and let me show you how you fix the tip a little. I'll drag out most of my monomer, get a little bit of clear, drag out more of my monomer here, kind of making it set up faster. Wipe it here, use zone 2 and 3. Fade it in, fade it backwards basically. Then use zone 2 and 3 here to fill everything in. Sometimes when they don't want to shorten their nails, their pointer finger or a few of their fingers may be to the side like that. It's very normal. That's how I repair it. As you can see, I filled it in. So I'll wait for it to dry and file it from there. So now it's completely dry. I'm going to put it on 12,000 RPMs. I'm using my safety bit, and what I'm going to do is square this off. Sally kind of vibrates sometimes, and it's just because she's in good, but sometimes she does that. A person, it usually doesn't. So I'm going to bring in my sides. All I'm doing is just kind of touching it up. Once I like how it's shaped, remember she really didn't want them shortened, all I did was square it off. So I'm going to come around her cuticle area. Then I'm going to look at this view, go in zone 1 to zone 2. Then from zone 3, I don't need much there because I already had it shaped. Okay, now I'm going to look down the barrel of the nail and blend everything in. This looks a little low here. I'm going to bring it up a little. Perfect. Okay, look at it one more time through here. Let's blend it in a little more through here. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand file this. I'm going to use my 150 grid. Start on my sidewalls, make sure everything's straight. As you notice, I always anchor the other side. Here I do it with my thumb. Here I do it with my fingers. Looks pretty straight. Now I'm going to blend everything in. And I'm focusing on the free edge right now. I'm going to look at my free edge and see how it's looking. Now I'm going to blend everything in from the side. Blend everything in from this side. Okay, once I have everything blended in, I'm going to turn her fingers around. I'm going to look at it this way. I always favor a side, so I'm going to get this side a little here. Bring it in a little. There we go. Look down the barrel. Square it off. A tad bit more right here. Now remember, this is your client's view. This is when she's going to say, my nail's crooked, and when we look at it from our view, it's not going to look crooked. So you usually tighten everything up from this view. There we go, that looks pretty good. So you always want to dust the hand off first. That's removing all your dust and debris. Remember, if you don't wipe it off first and you go straight into swipe, you're going to leave behind little particles in the back here. What that's going to do is put little bumps in your top coat, or it won't bond really well. So from here, you'll go into swipe. It's a clear nail, so underneath's a little dull. I'll wipe it out. Make sure your swipe dries, and I'm going to protein bond. I'll go into a top coat really quick, or you could gel polish it, whatever you decide, but I want you to look really close when I put the top coat on. I'll just go ahead and use Ultimate Finish, it's right here. I'm gonna do one thing real quick. I'm gonna clean underneath my clear nail. Oh, there we go, it looks more clear. Okay, when you look at it from the side, it's not completely perfect because clears, you could see imperfections sometimes in their nails. So you don't see that little lift anymore, right? So that's how you take care of it. And from there, you could put whatever you want on top of the nail. You could go into gel polish, you could go into art. The main thing is knowing how to fix the pocket hole. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for watching our nail videos. To check out more, head right over here, and to subscribe to our channel, click right over here.